It is up to you. And I had this conversation with my daughter recently in regards to something that she desired and experienced frustration and anger towards. And this was something that had actually been taking place for a long, long time. Over a year. So, over a year ago, she desired to cut her hair. Her hair was down to the middle of her back. And we're watching Raya the Last Dragon. The character, not the main character, but the other character. Now I'm going to have to look it up. Just a moment, please. What was her name? Raya and the Last Dragon. So, if there's the main character, and she's got gorgeous long hair. What's her name? Oh, Naomi, Namaari. Super cute. She's the little villain. Her hair looks like this, and it's so cute. So, about a year ago, my daughter was watching that, and right after watching it, and I remember doing this too. Actually, when I was married to my first husband was a hairdresser, and I desired to have a particular appearance, and it's so interesting because the unconscious connection to desire is love. It's always love. As love is desire, desire is love. And I remember watching this cheerleading movie, and I had short blonde hair. That my hair was always very short, but this girl had an A line, and her hair was like jet black. And I said, I want to look like her because she was peppy, she was fun, she was outgoing, she was beautiful. And I had this internal desire to experience being loved like that, peppy, outgoing, fun, beautiful, that everyone loved her. So there was an unconscious connection to desiring to look like her because I desired those same feelings. Well, those come from our beliefs, but I didn't know that then. That was years ago. And this is now. So I asked my husband, will you color my hair? And he was like, sure, while we're watching this movie. So we're watching this cheerleading movie, and I'm sitting there with like jet black hair color on my hair. And I loved it for a moment, but my eyebrows looked too light, and I had to start darkening them in and change the whole way I did my makeup, change my whole aura and energy because I'm naturally blonde. So I felt like I was artificial, not natural. And then I'm like, oh my God, who am I to be loved? Like it didn't feel like that. So it was so interesting because as my daughter's sitting there yesterday, she smiles and she's like, Mommy, I want to cut my hair. And she tried this a year ago, and she tried doing it herself because she's very much like her mother, very persistent, very consistent, and very much I can do this. I've got this. I know what I'm doing. I don't want any help, right? That's what I call the superhero me archetype. If you're in transforming past pain to present power, you know what I'm talking about. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, go to my website and check out the courses, and you'll resonate, you'll connect. So she looks at me, I want to cut my hair. And I said, okay. So a year ago, when she tried to do that, she grabbed scissors and just chopped like short. She said, I want to shave my head. What she meant was, I want to shave my head so that it looks beautiful like hers. I want it like that, shaved on the side. And she said, I want to shave my head. But what she had done, instead of doing this cute little shave on the side thing, was wanted to just started cutting, like started chopping away. And what once was really long hair that went down to the center of her back, she just started chopping away and was left with very, very short hair for a long time. My love, it took over a year to grow out. And so now it's down to here. And yesterday she said, Mommy, I want to cut my hair. And I knew exactly what she was talking about. She still wanted this haircut. She's like, I want to be cool. I want it shaved on the side. And I said, okay, that's totally fine. And go ask Dado. Dado is grandpa. Go ask Dado for his buzzer. And so she said, Dado, can I have your hair trimmer? And he said, no. And so she came back crying and she's like, Mommy, he said no. And I said, how did you ask him? Because it's in the way in which we communicate that we express and share our feelings, our emotions, and our desires. And she said, he just said, no, I don't want to do it anymore. And I said, did he understand? Did you communicate in a way that he understood effectively? Isn't that the key to successful communication? Is to explain in a way that people understand what you're saying, what you're asking for, what is your desire, what do you need to have that desire fulfilled, what do you need to achieve, right? And this communication and this connection, and this impacts every relationship. In this instance, the relationship between my daughter and I, and the relationship between her and her dado. And as she said, well, he just said no. And I said, what did he say no to? What did you ask? Did he even know? because I think now there's a connection to you believing that he said no and him not understanding what it was that you were asking. So through the connection, there's a disconnection. Does he understand? What did you say? What way did you say it in? And of course, she's getting frustrated, understandably. I said, tell me what you said. And she's like, he just said no. I just don't want to do it anymore. And I could feel, right? She started crying. She started feeling really shut down. And I said, I'm not sure if he understood what it was that you were asking for. What if we ask in such a way that paints a picture of what it is that you desire, what you want, what you need to achieve that desire? Yes, I talk to my daughter like this because we all need to understand this, that we have desire to experience feeling a certain feeling and experiencing a certain emotion. Her emotion, if I could get this haircut, was excitement. Her desire was to have someone give her the trimmer, the buzzer, the thing that we needed so that we could achieve this. We need certain things in order to achieve, right? So we're having a life lesson around this. And so we talk about it. I said, hey, I wonder what would happen if you said, my mom said it was okay for me to use the trimmers so that I can shave part of my head right here so I can get this haircut. Can I borrow your trimmers? May I borrow your trimmers, please? Right? Say please. What? Say please. Please. Okay. So you get that. So she calms down after a few minutes and then goes and communicates in this way, shares this information. Communication is the sharing of information, right? Because we desire to experience a particular feeling or emotion. And so then she said that. He said, sure. Went up and got the trimmers. We went outside and kind of parted the side right here around her ear. We didn't go as extreme as the girl in the movie, but we kind of did this little thing right here. And so we locked it off and we went like this. We chopped it off. And then, oh, there's my hearing aid. You guys knew I had hearing aids. and and then she's so excited and she buzzes it and we take this part and we braid it and she's just so excited. Like, I am so cool. We go to Costco and she's just walking around like, I'm so cool. Like the rest of the hair parted over here. And it was a beautiful experience to witness the power of connection, of effective communication, and the experience of her receiving the desired feeling. It's all an experiential thing. And communication is such a critical component to that. A lot of us have a certain expectation. We have a story in our mind and we go to share that because we need something to accomplish and to achieve this desired outcome and feeling and experience, yet there are missing pieces. And when the missing pieces are not conveyed, when they're not connected, there was no connection to, oh, this is what you desire from me. This is what you want and need. And I can be a part of this and I can support you in it. I can go upstairs and I can get the trimmer, AKA, I can help you out with this. Then there's a breakdown. There's a breakdown in connection and communication. And therefore you're left feeling, I can't feel this feeling. I really wanted to feel this feeling. And so through the working of that, as her mom, as a person who cares about people's mental and emotional states, about desires, about the experience of love and connection, I got to experience and witness this. And it was absolutely amazing. It was incredible. She's so proud of her hair. And communication is a big part of not just that story, but our everyday story and the desires that we have and the experiences that we want, the experiences that leave us feeling connected to love, connected to fun, connected to others in such a way that we have a good relationship with them, that we have an empowered, strong relationship within ourselves. She was able to take the opportunity and see, okay, there were missing pieces. And when we add in the missing pieces through the power of connection, we get to experience the feeling that we desire. And it was just amazing to witness all of that and be a part of that. And so many of us are not taught and modeled that. We have some pieces, but we feel like we have missing pieces. What you have cannot be missing because it's yours, you have it. But it may feel incomplete. There may be disconnection in communication that when the connection is present, you feel like you have all the pieces. Of course, at that time, it may be up to you to put those pieces together It's like having all the pieces for a 500-piece puzzle. Yes, there's some work, some action to be taken to put them all together, but there's no longer anything missing. And a lot of people feel that in different ways. They either feel that there's missing pieces, or they feel that they have all the pieces and all the tools, but they're not putting them together in the right way. The picture is crystal clear, and therefore they experience a lack of receiving their desire, which is always love. Does that make sense? So, regardless of where you're at on the spectrum, whether you feel like there's missing pieces and you need to find the lost pieces, or you feel like you have all the pieces, you're just not quite sure how to put them all together, but you trust and you know that when they're put together, you'll experience the emotion and experience of love and connection, because that's essentially what it is. And you're ready to put that all together, to make that connection and to live in the embodiment of that desired experience. I would love to connect with you, talk about exactly how to do that, because there's different things at play here. And when you allow your unconscious mind to work together what's already at play, you find that you go on your way and you go through with the experience and energy of love, and the connection and the communication with yourself in a way that, like my daughter, is empowering. Now I see that what I say makes a difference in experiencing the desires and the feelings and the emotions that I want to have. And I get to have that now. And it's so much fun. So I can look at me. And that's exactly what it gets to be. So when you're ready for that, I would love to connect with you. You can always find out more information and connect at sarahpicaro.com. Bye for now.